There's a special test you can take. If you pass it, you never have to return to school again. Yay!
This isn't going to end well.
Hey everyone, this is Julie and welcome to my SOFHAB Review segment. Today, I'm back to cover another Peanut special, Lucy School. And joining me today is none other than RascalEntertainments.
Hello.
So this serves as both a tribute to teachers and a back-to-school special. And the gang's summer vacation has come to an end and they'll soon be attending a new school in the next grade. No, it's not Phineas and Ferb.
No.
And yes, we're glad that summer musical is over. Now, Lucy is afraid of everyone being separated, which is so un-Lucy-like.
Right.
So she discovers if they all take a secret test, they can skip school forever.
What?
So she creates her own school to help them pass the test to skip school forever by taking the secret test to skip school forever. I keep on saying fool.
But before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, and click notification bell to get these SOFHAB reviews and so much more.
Yes, and thank you so much for joining us today, subscribing, sharing our videos, commenting everything you do special. We appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I keep wanting to say fool because when you watch this, you will understand why fool wanted to come out instead of school.
Oh my gosh.
So, we got to watch this special.
Yes.
And we have to admit it's better than the last three we've watched.
Yeah. The order it's in, but better than the last three.
This is the 49th Peanuts TV special.
49th. Good grief. Okay.
Yes.
And we learned that this is also part of the Snoopy Show, which is a spin-off series dedicated to Snoopy and really more so Woodstock's with Snoopy and Woodstock Show. And we finally found out why it's called Snoopy Presents, because these specials are supposed to be, as you said, TV specials in between the regular dates of the Snoopy show.
Right.
So literally it's Snoopy's show and he is presenting some other character getting the spotlight in his series, which is a heck of a lot of work to do for just having someone have a standalone special.
Right, and it's really odd. And unfortunately, like the others, this fails to meet giving reason as to why this is actually a tribute to teachers, because only at the end does she make one statement in a two-sentence statement, and until then you didn't know that's what it was.
Not really, no.
But for those of you not familiar with Lucy School, as we mentioned, it's the 49th Peanuts special based on this comic strip by Charles M. Schulz. It appeared on Apple TV August 12th of 2022, and it focuses yet again on Lucy.
She gets two!
If you've seen the other one, Auld Lang Syne, that focused on her too, and it was very un-Lucy-like as well. This was directed by Raymond S. Percy, written by, they say, Charles M. Schulz for the characters in the comics, but really is written by Alice Galatis, Raymond S. Percy, and Brian Schulz. It's about 38 minutes, and it's preceded by Snoopy Presents To Mom and Dad with Love. And then the next special after this is Snoopy Presents One of a Kind Marcy, which yes, we will be covering.
Yes. So with this one, yet again, Lucy is written out of character. Just need to go ahead and put that out in the forefront. Her original issue in the Auld Lang Syne special is that she thought she was in love because the grandma didn't come to visit and had this whole existential crisis over one small thing that didn't make sense. Well, now she's having another existential crisis because she's having separation anxiety, because she's worried that their friends won't be friends anymore because they're all going to a new school that's bigger. You won't see any teachers, so it doesn't matter. And they'll all be in separate classes and they'll start separating from each other, and it fills her with panic. And it's like, clearly the point of the Lucy Focus special is to show that she's not just crabby. She can have growth and development and not just be bossy to all the other kids.
Well, I'm going to say that the writers, including whoever Brian Schulz is, really aren't familiar with the character Lucy at all. Part of Lucy's charm has been she's the confident one. Everybody else has issues with confidence except her. She has ugly issues like crabbiness, and you love her. But in the end, she loves her friend, she loves her brother, she likes Charlie Brown, she likes Snoopy. And that's what made her a standout. Now you take that and turn it on its head like every other franchise and decide, oh no, she has confidence issues and she needs special focus and help. And it just doesn't work. Now, this special starts off more like a regular Peanut special used to.
Yeah.
They're waiting to get out of school. They're sitting in class. They can't wait to get out. Then they get out, and then they fast forward through their summer. Not like Phineas and Ferb.
Right.
You don't have 104 days.
Right.
They speed through it. You see them swimming and biking and
Yeah,
all
the
these other
fireworks.
things. Yes. And it's fun to watch, and you see all the things they're doing, and then it starts to wind down. And you see they're getting ready to go back to school, and then they decide, in some universe, that all the kids themselves will go to buy their school supplies. Now we know they have to have a list, and you have to get everything on the freaking list. And then when it's done, they throw everything in the trash and make them bring more the next school year.
Oh my God.
And back when this was made, I'm going to suspect that kids did not go shopping for their own school supplies. I'm guessing here. If you know when this time period is really supposed to take place, like in the 60s, let us know in the comments. But I'm going to bet that the parents did the shopping then, not only getting supplies, but the clothes. But they thought, hey, let's show them going to a store, a whole group of kids shopping on their own, and the store would not allow this.
Right.
I don't think in any time period. So Lucy's acting really strange because she's thinking of this. They don't know what's wrong with her, and she finally reveals to them what's wrong.
Right. And she goes to a library to find out if there's a way where they don't have to go to school. They can avoid it altogether. And I don't know who told her this. I don't know if they told her because she's a kid and they decided to just play a little joke, or they were serious and we don't know what it is. She learns about a secret test.
At the library.
Yes. And if you pass it, you can skip school. You don't have to go to the next school or to college or anything. And we want to know, well, what test is this? And you never find out what the test is.
Now, in modern day, you have the GED that people can take if they drop out of high school or they don't finish high school and they want to show their proficiency and that they've learned, and they get a certificate and a diploma. They never identify what the secret test is,
or if Lucy even made it up.
And neither of us knows if GEDs were actually around then.
No.
So if you know again, let us know in the comments.
Exactly.
But the secret test is going to solve it all. She found out about the test at the library.
So someone had to tell her, it was in a book. It had to be something.
And so she decides, it clicks, and she decides, hey, I'll create my own school, and I'll quiz you all and teach you all these different subjects that are going to be covered, so we all can pass and never go to school again. Mm-hmm. Now remember, this is Lucy.
Yes.
Lucy is self-confident, and she's bossy, and she's crabby, and she's lovable, but brains is not her strong suit.
No. And when they do this, they kind of are not sure how to take this, but like, okay, we'll at least try because it's Lucy.
And Linus was the only one who's smart to say, this isn't going to end well.
Actually, you're right. It was Linus, Marcy, and Franklin who are the three odd ones out, and they really aren't buying to anything Lucy's doing.
And for some reason, they're dressed alike in this special.
Yeah. For some reason, they're their own little group, all dressed together, and they all are like, none of this is going to help us. I don't know why they're suddenly a trio for this, but I guess they want to try a different friend dynamic. But we get to see what the school is. They say, well, where's the desk? Where's the paper? Where's the chalkboard? Where's everything we need? Oh, I don't do all that. This will be a fun way.
And don't forget, it's in her backyard.
Yes. And
everything takes place at their home in their backyard suddenly with Apple.
Right.
There's no parents around. There's never a womp, womp, womp. There's never an adult that shows up, not even at the library.
No, you just don't. And we get to the first subject. She's going to teach them science. Like, okay, let's see how she does this. And then she brings out a television. And they said, here, we're going to learn the science through television. At first, you think she would turn on a science program, or it better have been funnier if she had taught them about the TV. It's her favorite thing. I thought she was going to literally tell them how the TV was made and everything, and be like, she watches so much of it that she knows what a TV is and all the ins and outs of it. No, she turns it on to different shows, commercials, Star Trek, to learn science. And they're like, see this guy, Mr. Spock, he knows a whole lot. Pay attention to him.
And this is actually when all the hilarity happens.
Yes.
In Lucy's school.
And then the three we told you about earlier were like, what? The rest of the kids were happy with this. They were excited, but they were like, what is this?
And then the next topic is math. And math is taught with bingo!
Yes, and Snoopy dressed a little old lady so he can play with them. Because for some reason in here, Snoopy wants to go to school with them. That's his entire arc. He keeps trying to sneak into the real school and be in Lucy's school. He really wants to be in class with them. And yes, math is bingo. And
of course, Snoopy wins.
Of course he does.
Snoopy gets bingo.
Yes. And that's like, what math are we learning with this?
But all the other kids, except for Marcy and Franklin and Linus, are happy. They're like, oh, if school were like this, I wouldn't mind going every day. And the next one after that is geography.
Oh my gosh, which takes place at a mini golf course. And this, by far, is the best part of the entire special. This feels the most like Peanuts. I don't think you were supposed to laugh because of the way they do later, but this was the best part of it. Yes, geography was mini golf, and like they go to places that look like London and Tokyo and France and Italy, and she spots a little bit of information at each place.
And they're like, oh wow, we're impressed. And then was it Linus said that's because it's right
written on the plaque. And it's like, well, okay, Lucy. And they play a little game of golf as they're learning. It's like, you know, Lucy, if you had done this a little better, I think this would have actually been a very impressive school.
So after this, she calls it the day because they're getting tired, they're getting frustrated. They are very aware they're not learning a darn thing.
Right.
And so she calls it a day. And then she eventually ends up getting a copy of the practice test. Don't ask us how she got it.
Right, for what test?
And she uses the house phone to dial Miss Othmer and hides in the closet. So, Linus gets a copy of the test.
Yeah.
And so Linus steals and gets a copy of the test and gives it to Lucy and hides so he doesn't get caught.
Yeah.
Well, she thinks this is going to solve all the problems.
Yeah.
They've got the test and they're going to be able to know all the answers and pass this test without a problem.
Right.
You know that's not how it's going to go.
Right, and he learns none of this is on the test. You don't follow what's on there, but it's like this. None of this is gonna work. Everyone's gonna fail. So it is a real test. You still don't know what it is. And when Lucy finds out, she's just mortified. And then that's when the special starts to get a lot more serious.
Right. She decides to take it seriously, listen to what they're saying. She goes to the store yet again with money. You don't know where the heck she's got it from.
From her psychiatrist job. Somehow she made that much money.
A pop.
Yes.
And she buys all these school supplies, and she gets a desk, and she gets a chalkboard, and yes, we don't know how she gets all this stuff. Just like she got all that stuff.
The theater.
For the Auld Lang Syne movie, and she was even able to rent a theater at nighttime with a bunch of kids. It doesn't make sense.
Right. And when the kids come in, they're kind of surprised, including the trio that's made up in here, that it actually looks like a real classroom. But then here comes the problem, and you're not supposed to laugh at this, which, you know, it's Peanuts, you're supposed to laugh. She was studying all these different books of actual subjects so they could study and take the test. Mm-hmm. But she doesn't know what to ask them questions on, what the answers could be, and no matter what subject it is, she's getting like really frazzled and I guess built up in the anxiety because she's like, oh, she doesn't know what she's doing. She's not a teacher. And it was when the lesson of the special comes in.
So Linus tells her that he's proud of her, and it takes courage to admit that she's wrong and she's made a mistake. Her little brother tells her, and her little brother is the one who gives her confidence. And we're like,
It's Lucy.
Yeah.
So
this makes her feel a little bit better. So they end up going to school the first day of school.
Yes. And this is when the lesson of the special comes in, and you really are not supposed to laugh that much, but I'm sorry, that whole montage at first was. Mm-hmm. Where teachers work hard. It's not easy to be one. And it's not easy for them to get supplies when they have to for the kids.
And this is supposed to be her essay on what she did for the summer. Right. And don't forget, they kicked Snoopy out. He tried to get in, so he ends up sitting at a desk outside the window.
Right. And she, as you said, through the essay, she says being a teacher is not easy. They work hard. They have so much they have to learn and do for their students and use money out of their own pocket to pay for supplies. And she comes to appreciate the job of a teacher. It's not just spouting some things and you take a few tests and you pass. It's a lot of hard work. And on one hand, it's perfectly fine to give respect to the teachers who really are passionate about their job and want to give children education. But then you have the other half. It's like, why is this in Peanuts? We're supposed to be laughing at Lucy doing something really, really foolish. I don't need it. Like, I'm trying to teach us things we don't want to learn.
Yes. And also, a part of that is it's like an afterthought. It wasn't brought up prior. It wasn't made. They didn't make it aware to you that this is what the special is. Having little hints and lines and comments and statements throughout, which is what a Peanut special normally does. At the end, it's like, oh, let's just say it's for the teachers. Let's just throw this in, and you get hearts, you get the feels, you get the ahs, you get people that are touched, and it's not touching because it's not genuine.
Right.
And that is the problem with this special. You have a lot of hilarious parts, but if this is supposed to be a tribute to teachers, then it should have been a tribute to teachers. Now, I agree with Rascal. What part does that have in Peanuts? But they have done other specials like on the Mayflower.
Yes.
And
some educational ones.
Yes. So this could have been one of those, and it could have been successful. But I agree with what you said when we were watching. It should have been more like Schoolhouse Rock.
Yes.
And if they had done something like that as a tribute to teachers and a tribute to Schoolhouse Rock, it probably would have been fantastic.
Yes.
So the special ends with Snoopy still sitting outside at the desk, and the window's open, and Lucy sees him trying to find the page to catch up, and she shows him, or tells him actually, the page number, and he smiles and she smiles, and that's the end of it. It was a great way to end it.
Yeah.
But it didn't make any sense. Part of the special.
Right.
So if you want to watch some hilarious parts in a Peanut special, watch all the way till Lucy realizes that she wants to go and be serious and buy all these school supplies and sets up desks and things. And you can stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's the best part of the series. If you want to watch that and then jump to the end where you see the moment where she gives the teachers credit and it ends, that's fine. But that part with her panicking and frazzle, as you said, and all these different things just doesn't fit Lucy. That's why she's got the psychiatry help and charging 5 cents a pop, because she's the one with the brain for the psychiatry, giving the advice.
5 cents,
not
please.
for school, but for that she has it.
Yes.
And this is why it hits in some areas, it's hilarious in some areas, but it fails to deliver what you are looking for in a Peanut special.
Yeah.
Maybe with one of the other specials we watch, Apple will finally get it.
Maybe.
And you'll find out with us if it does. But we have to say, unfortunately, this special doesn't fully deliver the Peanuts experience you're looking for.
Right.
So, if you've watched Snoopy Presents Lucy's School, let us know in the comments. What did you think? Do you agree or disagree with us? What do you think this delivered in terms of being a tribute to teachers? We think it failed. Just let us know your thoughts. If you haven't seen it, it's available exclusively on Apple to watch. So get over to Apple some way, somehow. Watch it. Come back and tell us what you think.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, include notification bell to get some SOFHAB reviews and so much more.
Yes, and thank you so much for joining us today. Subscribing to all of our channels, commenting. Thank you so much for joining us, Rascal. We really appreciate your coming, and we
You're
appreciate
welcome.
you as well. As always, you are special.
I'm Rascal.
I'm Julie.
Have a fantastic day.
Continue to be happy, healthy, whole, and also wonderful, my specials. See you next time.
Hey, Snoopy, page 34.